the centre of the course, coming with an electric finish. Do it again. He's coming at Rainbow Bridge. He's a board leader and he will do.
A very warm welcome and a good day to you to the Hollywood Bets Gravel GTV studios, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce and to go through the race card with Graeme Hawkins. And Graeme, a very warm welcome to you to the GTV studio. Nice to be working alongside you.
Thank you, Warren. It's just great that we're up and racing again.
Isn't it absolutely wonderful? I mean, we've all, I've pulled my hair out, as you can see, and just waiting for the day to race. It was just, it was nerve-wracking.
It was a long wait, but I think let's put that behind us now and look to the future. And what a wonderful card. Independent on Saturday Drill All Stakes, the World Sports Betting Guineas, the World Sports Betting Fillies Guineas. Great to have top-class action back again.
Absolutely, it is indeed, and we're going to go through the exotic bets now. So the place accumulators, the jackpots, pick six, and of course a BIPOT. And we've mixed it up a little bit, and to give you two different opinions. As I said to you last week, ladies and gentlemen, just use these numbers as a guide. Nothing is cast in stone, and it's merely Graeme and my opinions. Let's go into the PA, Graeme. Let's get those slides up. My place accumulator perms coming up on the screen first, and just to rattle through it for the viewers, I've gone banker number 12, Alfonso Baby, in the first leg. I think this horse, well, if it doesn't run in the first three, I think there'll be a lot of shocked faces around the place. The next leg, I've gone Annika the Angel and 10 to the max. I probably could have bankered to the max, another very consistent horse from the Dean Canamere stable. Third leg, I've loaded up a little. I've gone 7 and 9 and 10. That's Royal Kitty, Abbey and Galway Gal. The fourth leg, 6, 10 and 12. Drunken Sailor, Calabro and Desolate Road. Drunken Sailor, a lot of well named. I think after the bottle stores opened, there were a few of those. The next leg, banker 2, Vardy. I'm big on Vardy. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And then the penultimate leg, Mississippi Burning and Kelpie. And to round off your 108 Rand perm, the last leg, horses are 4, 8 and 10. Guru's Pride, interesting horse, Sash Dev and Count Jack, 4, 8 and 10. Those are my numbers. Graeme Hawkins now will take you through his place accumulator perm.
Yes, thank you, Warren. Slight differences between our perms, which I guess is good. I've gone not a banker in the first leg, although I've included number 12, Alphonse Baby. I've also included number 4, Mirror Image, and number 9, Another Love. But I have bankered number 10 to the max in the second leg. Does have a bit of a tricky draw to overcome, but as you said, he's been a model of consistency, and I think that today is his day. The third leg, I've got numbers 6, 8, and 9. That's Marmalade, Abbey, and Keep On Dancing. Then into the fourth leg, I've gone with 4, 6, and 11. Pearl of Asia, Drunken Sailor, and Mr. Fitz. I haven't bankered Vardy. I've put in Casimir as well, so I've gone 2 and 9, Vardy and Casimir. The next leg, I've gone 4, 5, and 10, which is Mississippi Burning, Kelpie, and Driving Miss Daisy. And in the last leg, I've gone 8 and 10, that's Sachdev and Count Jack. So that's my place accumulator. You've bankered Alphonse Baby. I've bankered to the max, so we'll know our fates early.
Early, yeah, absolutely. We'll certainly know our fates early in the day. But let's move on now swiftly to our jackpot perms and competitive racing, and how wonderful it is and how exciting it is to have these top quality horses in the province. And we're going to certainly do our very best to bring you all the best coverage we can from Hollywood Bets Gravel straight into your homes. Let's go, Graeme, the jackpot. And my perm's up on screen first. Again, to repeat, merely a guide. 7, 9 and 10 is the first leg of the jackpot. I won't rattle through all the names because we've done that. But 7, 9 and 10, the first leg. The next leg, 3, 5, 6, 10, 11. A very competitive event that is. And then we're going to banker the 2, which is Vardy. I'm duck or no dinner with Vardy. And I was actually with Adam Marcus yesterday, but we'll touch on that in a moment with his comments. Next leg, the last leg for a 45 Rand perm, 4, 5 and 6, Mississippi Burning, Kelpie, and I can never pronounce this horse's name correctly. Graeme, is it Labyrinth?
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth, okay. 4, 5 and 6, Mississippi Burning, Kelpie and Labyrinth. But driving Miss Daisy I've left out, but you can't put them all in. 4, 5 and 6 to close off the last leg of my jackpot. Let's see, Graham's got a jackpot 1 and a jackpot 2 for us.
Yeah, I saw the first jackpot as being very tricky, so I've gone a lot wider than you have. 4, 6, 7, 8 and 9 in the first leg. The second leg, I've gone very wide, as you can see there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11 and 12. Then again, I've put Vardy and Casimir. I'm loath to bank a Vardy. I think Casimir is a big runner. We'll talk about that again later, as you said. The last leg, I've gone 4, 5 and 10. I have included driving Miss Daisy. My perm, 270 Rand. It's a little more than I'd like to have spent, but I think the first jackpot is a lot trickier than you've made it out to be. But I have taken a chance with jackpot 2. I've narrowed my perm down to 70 Rand, as you can see there. Again, 2 and 9, Vardy and Mississippi Burning. Then loaded the middle 2 legs. I'm taking a chance in the last leg, which is race 10, remember. This jackpot runs from 7, 8, 9 and 10. Those are the races included in jackpot 2. So 4, 5, 6, 10 and 14 in the second leg, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 in the third leg. And I'm taking a chance at bankering number 6, the Cambo, Anton Marcus Vaughan Marshall in race number 10. Of course, if you want to spend a little more, then you can add in the last leg, but that's my 70 Rand perm for jackpot 2. Jackpot 1, races 5 through 8. Jackpot 2, races 7 through 10.
Graham, your bank an interesting horse, the Cambo. Again, we'll touch on that later on because a magnificent animal. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, the Cambo. Interesting.
Yeah, he's not a standout, but I've been following his career, and I think he could get off on a winning mark here in KwaZulu-Natal.
Let's go and have a look at pick sixes, friends. And yeah, as Dees Dynan says and calls it the big one. And of course, it's a bet that we all try and catch. And a very difficult bet, but what a wonderful bet it is that we can take a pick 6. And what's even better is it's like all the other bets percentage-wise. So there's a 900 Rand perm for you on screen. I'm going to be taking it just for 90 Rand for my 10%, my customary 10%. First leg, 1, 4, 10 and 12. It's Annika the Angel, a Winter Whistle, To the Max and Good Girl. Next leg, 7, 9 and 10. 3, 5, 6, 10, 11. Banker 2, Vardy for me. Anyway, we'll go back and touch on that. I love him. I'm absolutely big on Vardy. Last leg, penultimate leg, I should say, 4, 5 and 6. And then I've loaded up Graham, the 9th race, 3, 4, 8, 9 and 10.
Yeah, again, quite a few differences between our perms. Interestingly enough, particularly in the second leg, we're exactly the same in the first leg, 1, 4, 10 and 12, as you can see there. But I'm completely different in the second leg. I've gone 4, 6, 8 and 9. Third leg, 4, 5, 6 and 11. Then again, I haven't banked Vardy. I think it's a 2-horse race and I'm viewing it as such. 2 and 9, then 4, 5 and 10 and 5, 6, 8 and 10. And for 10%, that'll cost you just over 153 Rand. It is tricky, it's very competitive. And obviously load up and take a smaller percentage than trying to narrow it down too much, I think is the right strategy.
Graham, I'm minus 10 points because I haven't done a BIPOT, but you certainly have done one for us. And
well, I love the BIPOT. You know, it's one of my favourite bets. It's on races 2 through 7. And we start off in the first leg. There are a few first-timers and unknown quantities. So I've gone wide in the first leg. I've gone 2 Perspicuous, 3 Uplifted, 5 Joint Effort and 6 Mexican Cat Dance. The second leg I've gone 4, 9 and 12. Again, I've banked at number 10 to the max. Then 4, 6, 8 and 9. In leg 5, 4, 6 and 11. And even in the BIPOT, I'm going to include both 2 Vardy and 9 Casimir. 288 Rand. BIPOTs, they've been paying exceptionally well. It's an attractive bet. First 2 past the post. Over 6 legs, races 2 through 7.
Okay, well, those are the exotic perms for Graham Hawkins and myself. And as I said, you can use them as you see fit. But competitive racing, whatever your budget will allow. As Graham says, you know, if you can afford to take a much bigger perm, go for it. But those are our numbers. That's what we're going to use. And let's hope we can have some luck. Those are the exotic bets suggestions for the big meeting.